So it's January 28th, or at least in my part of the world. We're gonna do our daily meditation reading. We were at Titania earlier. It was beautiful, but it got too hot and too rough. Why cut the day short when there's other beaches here? And it's still kind of rough, but at least it's safer. He's like thumbs up that he's being pushed by the waves. That's Tatey. That's Tate. That's my youngest. That's my baby. He's the one that's very gutsy. He has no fear, which is a good thing. Okay, let's I don't know if I can do my reading, but well, I'm trying to keep an eye on him. Yeah, he gets that from mommy. He dances even though there's no music. There's always rhythm somewhere in nature, right? So we're gonna start with In God's Care. January 28th. Love bears all things and endures all things. These words say all there is to be said. Nothing can be added to them, for we are in the deepest sense the victims and the instruments of cosmic love. Those of us who have fallen in love can never forget the tender adoration of and the seeming perfection of our beloved, nor the complete abandon we felt. Later, when familiarity cleared our vision, we began trying to control the relationship and, of course, our beloved. To bind them to our will, we wrapped our loved ones in ribbons of care and concern. Or if we are the least bit insecure, we become restrictive and possessive. Yet, as we experience the love of those who are helping us find our way in recovery, and through them to the love of God, we come to understand that love must be free. God's love does not insist on fidelity, good taste, or common sense. Why then should we demand more of those we love? No person is my private possession, nor behavior the price of my love. My reflection on that. I felt loved by the people from SAAR. Like, these were strangers that understood me. They took the time to hear me out, the time to comfort me, to counsel me. They took the time to help me understand myself. And if I didn't go there, I probably would have never figured out why I was an addict. It went from one addiction to another, trying to help myself, praying, my family trying to help me, but I had to get down to the root issue of why I was an addict. And that place helped me, like, in so many ways. Continuation. I had to cut it short at the beach because I had to take care of the boys. Hearing about SAAR closing down or whatever, they're gonna give it a few months, 2 months. Which, honestly, I'll give you my opinion after. Reading was about love, right? And I would say, to me, right, I was amazed that I went to a place where I knew no one, and they went above and beyond just to help the people there. And even though they know that most of the time after people leave that area, there's like a great chance of them relapsing, and time again they continue to pour their self into the program and into the participants. I experienced that when I was there. And even though I was going through a really tough time, what made it very meaningful and very, yes, baby. Wait, 1 minute. Or maybe 2, hold on. Okay, see, I usually get thrown off track and my train of thought is always scattered. SAAR, Hope Recovery Center, gave me some tools where I'm able to recollect myself, gather myself, and so I won't feel overwhelmed. What I learned there was how to control my impulsive reactions, how to not let my emotions control me, how to process my emotions on a daily, how to have, I'm still working on the structure and routine things. This is something that can help the parents, the people that raise the kids, so that, you know, we can try and prevent or break that chain and have more healthier, aware changes with this program if it was able to do more. But even now at its state, it did a lot for me. In that short period of time, it did a lot for me. And when I first came back, I was overwhelmed. I was just, when I feel like I'm about to just reach that breaking point, and whether it's I'm going through something emotional or mentally, I can call them and they'll be there. They'll answer me. They're off the clock. I'm no longer in the program. They can easily just ignore me because they're not getting paid to attend to me. But no, this is like a group of people that genuinely, as down to like people that aren't even supposed to be counselors, like to the admin staff, to the maintenance, caring people. Like, if you're not open and willing to take in, to absorb what they're offering, then that's why it won't work. And if you don't work it, but remember, you're worth it. Work it because you're worth it. It's really devastating if they're gonna shut that place down. They accepted me for whatever I was. They saw the best. They saw my potential. They nurtured me. They encouraged me. They guided me. They were there, like, can just shut this place down. I really think that there shouldn't be a price on humanity. This is, you're actually, they restore hope, faith, and rehabilitated citizens. I'm still working at it, but I feel the difference. People see the difference. I didn't even finish the program all the way through because it was difficult because I'm here on Tinian, and if they had one here, I would stick it out. And I really regret not seeing it all the way through. In that place, I've experienced my first sober Thanksgiving, my first sober New Year's in 9 years. That's how much they gave me back. They gave me freedom. They gave me freedom from like my addiction, like just to understand. They gave me clarity and understanding the program, the people there. That's what they offered me. And I took it and I ran with it. And it's really a really, really good program. Like, it's amazing. It's something that I feel like the leaders should try and find alternate ways to get the budget. And if that's the case, then make them be able to like receive donations, you know, because I know for sure I'm one of those people that will find a way to donate to help the program stay open. There's other avenues, and I'm pretty sure that if you guys put your heads together, you guys can find a way, because that place, I've had peers say stuff like they're more sober there than they are in jail. Like, come on. If that place can keep the drugs out and whatever, then oh my gosh, now I'm able to work towards bettering myself. Like, okay, so I still do this whenever I feel like I catch myself being complacent with my sobriety, right? Like working towards it. So I do my check-in just to process, and this is something we would do every time we go to class. Still fighting, I'm still growing, and I'm still pushing through. I'm dusting myself off every time I find myself like lapsing, and that's, mind you, that's I'm a cross addict, whether it's gambling or whatever, and I have anger issues. I learned that in there. And I learned how to be assertive, which has done a great deal for me, like on an emotional level. And that's why I'm gonna say, like, I feel free. I'm freed from like things. I'm able to be me without being guilty or embarrassed. I'm grateful because God got me. God got me and God led me to that place, and God does not steer me wrong. And I know that place has only begun. It's still new, and if they just gave it more time and more budget, it would work. And it helps in the long run, and it helps the community. Everything ties back to politics, and politics is still a game that people play, and we still, no matter who sits, they have, issues. They make it personal. I don't know about really why they're gonna close it down. I just know that it would be a devastating mistake. Hope has changed my perspective on life, on myself. It has helped me. It's given me tools that I can apply in every area of my life to make me a better person, to help me grow. And just remember, like, there's a ripple effect. That one candle that you light can light up the whole world. I'm not saying that I'm that one candle, I'm that one light, but I can probably read it out of a book, a self-help book, or take a seminar or whatever, and I'll read it and I'll understand it, but I won't apply it. Why? Because it was the people that gave the lessons, the instructors, the counselors. It was how it was given to you. It's just like if somebody comes to you and like throws you $20 and they're like, oh, salapet mo, you're like, oh, thank you, whatever. But if somebody came to you and they held your hand and they gave you the $20 and they're like, I want you to take this. This is for you. Use it for whatever. Really meant that they were like authentic and genuine with how they gave you. Just the way it was given. They make hope. And that's why I cried, I bawled, and I was whatever when they took out one of the counselors like not too long ago, and I felt like that's why maybe it was easier for me to walk out, because I already felt and I sensed that they keep like chopping off like the roots of a tree, an oak tree, something that's supposed to be growing big and tall and being like, it's an incurable mental illness. If that's the case, then I think maybe every addict should get SSI. But I truly believe that it's curable. It's just that it's lacking a key piece to it. And if we all just keep working at it, we can all really achieve world peace if we just, everybody just had a little peace of mind and they were able to be more aware, mindful, conscious, and love. Like they showed me what love was. Like, you know, I was myself up there when I realized that, holy smacks, I did not need the drugs wasn't the one making me all weird and like whatever. I'm naturally like that. I use the drugs as an excuse because I was embarrassed to show people that's who I really was. And sometimes they did ask, like, are you high? Like, they would ask me that, but in a way where it didn't feel judgmental. It was more like I was able to say, oh, this is me, and they accepted me. Like, no, how they cared for me up there, and how the tools that they've given me has allowed me to learn how to love myself without like judgment, and use your better judgment to make the call. We can find other ways to fund that program, and we can ask for help. It's not embarrassing to ask for help. I don't like talking politics, but for some reason I usually politics ends up in there, and it just made me realize that it really is what runs our society, and it's time we start doing things right? The change starts with you. If you want to make change for the future, it starts with you and the things you say and do. So may God be with you. Like literally, like clear your mind and sleep on it, pray on it, whatever, and God will give you signs. Just be more aware and open to it. And I'm pretty sure you folks, I'm gonna say folks because it rhymes with joke. No, for us though, it's time to be different. It's time to make a change and not repeat history, and not make things personal, but come from a different standpoint, come from somewhere where it really is to start making a difference. And even if it means that we have to bite our tongue and do things that hurt us on an ego level, but do what's right. Continue to fight the good fight, because I will. Bye. Love, light, and positive vibes.